Yeet! What up, y'all? We are back again, and it's time again for another prediction video, but this time it is the biggest show of the year. The showcase of the immortals, the granddaddy of them all, Wrestlemania. The biggest show of the year happens every April. I am super duper excited. It's a full week of wrestling, so you got I'm so excited for this because there's some rumors that I'm gonna get to that I can't wait to share with y'all. But always excited for WrestleMania weekend and WrestleMania week, pretty much. So starts off with NXT. Actually, it starts off with the Hall of Fame induction ceremony this Friday, which is happening this freaking Friday. I can't wait. I'm super duper excited, and I'm like so excited. You got the WrestleMania weekend. Of course, it starts with the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Then NXT TakeOver, New York. I think it's New York? New York. NXT TakeOver New York, and then WrestleMania, and then SmackDown and Raw. The night after WrestleMania Raw is always the best Raw of the year because we have debuting superstars coming up from NXT. We have returns that nobody's expecting, you know. Last year's biggest return for me was, Bobby Lashley, and then the biggest call-up was Drew McIntyre, of course. Drew McIntyre is fighting Roman Reigns at this year's WrestleMania. So it's going to be dope. Anyway, let's get into it. First match on the WrestleMania card. I know what you're thinking. Wait, why are you doing WrestleMania before TakeOver? I'll do TakeOver on Friday. I gotta pick that bottle up. I thought I got all the bottles up, but there's like bottles everywhere. I gotta empty my trash can. You boys got a bunch of shit to do today. Cleaning wise, because I'm gonna clean the shit out of this place. Anyway. You kind of like, hold on, I gotta let Daisy out. Daisy's freaking out. Just stand right there. I'm not gonna cut any of this because I don't feel like editing this today. Hold on. My foot still hurts, you guys. I'm coming, baby. Oh no, she got out. Okay. Alright, she apparently got out. Okay. Anyway. First match I want to talk about, of course, is a match where I think a lot of people are going to be, you know, kind of like, okay, whatever, you know, and that is, Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. I feel like a lot of people aren't interested in this match, and I know. Sorry, my foot is itching right here, and I can't scratch that mother flipper, man. Alright, so, I feel like this match is a match where most people aren't interested because they haven't told a good enough story, basically, to go, oh, well, you know, just put these two in a match together. They've told the story of Randy Orton being, you know, Randy Orton building the ground from the ground up, you know, building the man who actually built AJ, you know, how AJ goes, this is SmackDown Live is the house that AJ Styles built, you know, and he does this little thing, and then Randy Orton came out there and said, no, actually, this is the house that Randy Orton built. And that's kind of the story they're telling. It's the house builders versus the house builder. Who really put SmackDown Live, or put SmackDown even, on the map. And to me that is Randy Orton, because Randy Orton, you know, showed up every week, had fun, had some incredible matches, and I just like doing this. Hey, I can't get it now. Obviously, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, hold on one more time. Alright, here we go. And that was actually a good one. You gotta like smack it. It's like something weird. Yeah, you can only do it when you do this. Like what? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a picture thing. Anyway, I normally just do shots like that because it's easier. Like, to make the noise when you're like punching somebody, like, you're gonna punch somebody. And I'll go around and hurt my brother. And I go, that's all easier. Anyway, I'll probably cut that part out because that was just. Anyway, I feel like, you know, you got this match that is going to literally take forever. And it's crazy to me. That, you know, you got two incredible performers, but you're just throwing them out there just to say, okay, open the match, open the show. You know, open the show. And then another match that I'm not really interested in because the story's been good. The story's been told very well. As no fault. Hold on, I gotta read something. As no fault. As no fault. To their own. Shane and The Miz. Shane and The Miz. I feel like Miz has to pick up the dub here. So I'm just not even going to go in there. Miz is picking up the dub. And we'll go with AJ for Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. Next match I want to talk about, of course, is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Of course. Oh my God, they announced 29 people. And as we know, 30 men compete in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal every year. So there's one spot left. One, folks. One spot left. And who could that spot be? Could it be The Undertaker? Could it be John Cena? Maybe. Could it be Lars Sullivan? Yeah, it's Lars Sullivan. A lot of people, you know, have been wondering because he was supposed to get called up like a few months ago. Like he was supposed to get called up right after TLC or right at TLC, kind of like Asuka did last year. So, and then there were reports that he had a panic attack backstage and wasn't able to do it. And then he had another panic attack because he was supposed to go in a feud with John Cena leading into WrestleMania. That way, him and John Cena could have a match going into WrestleMania. So he had a panic attack and then left the TV tape, or not the TV tapings, but the show before they could film that segment where he goes and John Cena's walking down the hallway and he clocks him, right? And he just starts beating the hell out of him. But he left the building before they could film that segment. So that never aired or never got shown because Lars Sullivan left because he had another panic attack. And we all know Vince McMahon doesn't like people leaving his shows early or before they even film their segment, right? So, who knows? Maybe it could be Lars Sullivan. If it is, then yeah, Lars Sullivan is going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. But if it's not, then I'm going to go with, it's either going to be Braun Strowman. It could be Rob Gronkowski. That's another man that just popped into my head. Because he just recently announced his retirement from football. So, you know, who knows? And then another person who announced his retirement maybe a few days ago was Conor Mother Flippin' McGregor, my favorite UFC fighter of all time, right behind. If I had to go, it'd be Conor McGregor and then Anderson Silva. Conor McGregor is the man. Conor McGregor is the shit. And if he comes to WWE, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Second of all, hold on. I'll film this video real quick. My girlfriend's typing and trying to text me at the same time. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm acting like she can hear me, but she can't. Hold on, I will get to y'all. Anyway. What was he talking about? Oh yeah, Conor McGregor comes to WWE. I'm gonna flip. But I think Lars Sullivan, if he's in it, he wins it. But if not, it's Braun Strowman. Next match I want to talk about. Obviously, my favorite match on the card. It's Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. Not really. It's not my favorite match. It's not the most look forward to match on the whole card that I'm looking forward to. But I'm really tired right now. Trying to film this and being tired is not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, man, I'm tired. Really tired right now. You know, it's not the biggest match going into WrestleMania that I'm excited for. I'll get to that after this one. Of course, you got Finn Balor, who's definitely probably going to use the Demon King. So I'm going to be hyped for the Demon King. I always pop hard for the Demon King because he's amazing. Love you, Demon King. Too sweet to you, Demon King. And he's definitely going to win the Intercontinental Championship back. I just wish that he was in the Universal Championship picture because we all know how I feel about Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor is the greatest professional wrestler on the current modern day roster besides Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, but you can't compare any of those two. Those guys are just like gods when it comes to wrestling. But yeah, I feel like Finn Balor is going to regain the Intercontinental Championship. So, on to the next match on the card. Of course, you have Batista versus Triple H, with Triple H's career on the line. No holds barred, and when I tell you this match is going to be good, it's going to be good, as in the word of Booker T. It's going to be fantastic. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be one of those matches where we sit on the edge of our seats the whole ride down, the whole conspiracy theory down. We're going to be sitting on the edge of our seats on that WrestleMania live stream, which is coming this weekend. Don't miss it, folks. He's over here. We're all going to be on the edge of our seats, probably crying our eyes out by the end of it because Triple H is going to lose. Now, there were rumors that Triple H is still going to wrestle, but I think this would be the moment where Triple H goes, okay, it's time to hang up the boots. And I think the right person to retire me would be Dave Batista, because that's what they wanted 3 years ago. Was like, when he left, he was actually, before he left, he was promised the win at WrestleMania 30. But Daniel Bryan was so popular and so over with the crowd and the universe that they switched it and was like, okay, go with Daniel Bryan because they're gonna be irate. We're liable to get fans jumping over the barricade and beating the shit out of Batista if we don't give the title to Daniel Bryan. So, you know, he left, and then he said the only way he would come back, the only thing he wants to do is be in a feud with Triple H. They wouldn't do it a few years ago, maybe like two years ago, maybe a year ago maybe. And now they're finally going around WrestleMania. They're like, okay, well, Triple H needs an opponent for WrestleMania, so give it to Dave Batista. Okay? And then here we are now, a few months later. It's going to be good. But I say Batista's going to retire Triple H. We're all going to cry for a minute. And then we realize we still got a few more matches left. Now, I do want to talk about The Undertaker. A lot of people are like, oh, The Undertaker's going to show up. I wanted to see The Undertaker versus the Demon King so bad it wasn't even funny. But now there's rumors of Sting versus The Undertaker, which would be just as good. The Crow, the King of the Crows versus the Dead Man. And then you have, there's rumors of, oh yeah, I forgot about one more match. I'll get into that after that. There's rumors about Cena being at WrestleMania. Cena's definitely going to be at WrestleMania, but I will get into that here in a second. This video is 14 minutes long, which is great. It's so special to me to think that people don't think the Undertaker's going to show up. They think, oh, Undertaker's not going to show up. It's WrestleMania. It's the Undertaker's playground. It's the Undertaker's home. It's the Undertaker's realm. He's going to be at WrestleMania in some shape or form. I'm not saying he's going to be in a match. Maybe he'll interrupt Elias. That's what I'm guessing. But the match I forgot to talk about, and this is where Cena comes in. Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle for Kurt Angle's last match in WWE history. He's retiring after this match. It's his retirement go-home match. You chose Baron Corbin? But you are one of the greatest professional wrestlers that ever walked the face of the planet Earth, Kurt Angle. And you're going to choose one of the worst, who wrestles like he's in a dumpster fire, to close your career with? I don't think so. I think Baron Corbin's going to be making his entrance. Cena's going to run down and beat the shit out of him and go, nope, I want you. Your last match is against me. You're not getting out of it. I will whoop your ass if you try to leave this ring. And then, Cena retires Kurt Angle. They have a similar moment where back in WrestleMania 24 when Michaels went to kick Flair, but he goes, I'm sorry, I love you. And they just, bop, and kicked him, and he just stop and kicked the out of him. One of the most iconic WrestleMania moments of all time. I feel like Cena's going to be lifting him up for the AA. He's going to go one last time for him. And then picks him up, drops him, 1, 2, 3. Now, moving on to the main event matches. We have 3 main event matches in my opinion. We have Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston, which I'm going to talk about first. Kofi Kingston has to win. This is Kofi Kingston's moment. This is Kofi Kingston's year. Give the title to Kofi Kingston. I don't care if you want to turn Big E heel after WrestleMania. Just give the title to Kofi. Because these fans are glimmering. Even me, I'm screaming in my head. Give Kofi his title. I'm screaming at the fans. Or not even the fans. I was screaming at Vince at my TV. Literally when he said, you're not going to WrestleMania if you don't beat this last man. When he didn't beat Daniel Bryan. And then this past Tuesday, the New Day beat him. I was screaming at my TV. I was like, what the are you doing, you stupid old mother? I was pissed. But yeah, guys. I am telling you, this is Kofi's moment. It's going to be a fantastic match. Kofi's going to be the underdog. Kofi's going to get the hell beat out of him in the beginning of the match. And then be the underdog where it comes back and boom. 1, 2, 3, Kofi Kingston, WWE Champion. Another man that I'm going to talk about my main event and what I think should close the show. And it's not nothing against the women. It's literally nothing against the women. I have no doubt that they can put on a WrestleMania main event worthy match. That's not my gripe about it. My gripe about it is Ronda Rousey can't wrestle worth a shit. She's going to be carried through this whole match between Becky and Charlotte. Becky and Charlotte are going to do all the cool spots and shit. And we're going to be like, oh! And then, wait, WrestleMania just went off? What the hell? So, I don't have any I have a problem with them main eventing. If it was just Charlotte and Becky, or if it was Becky and Ronda, yeah, I could see that, because then you have more room for Ronda to learn more. But then you're just going to go, oh, well, have Charlotte and Becky carry Ronda through the match. Okay? Alright. So that's what they got planned for that. And I think Becky's got to walk out. I wish they would put both titles on the line, because that would unify the women's division. And I feel like that's what we need, is to unify the women's division. Because, that would make a whole lot more sense. You would have a whole lot more variety and all that. You would have Becky on both shows. You would have Charlotte and them on both shows. It would just be awesome. So unify it. I think Becky's going to be the one to unify. They need to put both titles on the line so they can unify. My main event that I wanted to close the show, because I think it's told the best story outside of Kofi Kingston, was Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins is the WWE and my hero right now. My hero to slay the beast. I'm sick and tired of Brock Lesnar not showing up, not doing his job, not showing up, and being the Universal Champion. If you're the Universal Champion, you're going to show up every week on Raw. You're going to defend your title more than twice every 2 months, right? You're going to do that. You're not going to go, oh, I'm going to sit home on my beer ranch, and I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to drink me a beer, and I'm going to sit here and watch the show, and then when they pay me enough, I'm going to go back on there, and I'm going to kick some ass. You can't do that. If they, they allow him because he's Brock Lesnar, and if they tell him no, I know Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him. That's why they ain't told him no, get out of our company, because they know Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him. But I feel like Seth Rollins has to win. But here's where the kicker is. I think this is going to happen. Hope to God happens. Oh, we gotta talk about Drew Roman Reigns is gonna beat Drew McIntyre. We all know it's gonna be a great match. Anyway, what I think is gonna happen: Seth Rollins is gonna be winning. He's gonna win the Universal Championship. The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose will come down, celebrate their victory with, Seth Rollins. Dean's gonna turn his back, and Seth's gonna turn his back, and then Roman's just gonna go clock, and then he beats the shit out of Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins is like literally on his knees, like, "What are you doing?" And then, boom, Superman punch, and then, ooh-ah, spear out of nowhere. And I feel like that sets up Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns feud, and I feel like we need that. So this has been Wrestlemania predictions. This video has been 20 minutes long. I love you guys so much. It's going to take so long for you guys to upload this. I love you guys so much. Tune in this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for WrestleMania weekend. And I'll catch y'all this weekend. Don't miss it, folks.